There was a time when opera was known for its fat ladies and orchestras for their eccentric conductors. But now the stars of classical music are proving that they can be just as racy as their rock and roll cousins. The Classical Brits on TV tomorrow evening are a chance for the industry to showcase their young talent. And they have every reason to smile. While record sales for rock and pop music are falling, sales of classical CDs are doing well, thanks in part to mainstream stars like New Zealander Hayley Westenra and former G4 member Jonathan Ansell. They sang a duet at the Brits and are in the studio earlier to talk about how classical music has become a class act. Jonathan, classical music's sort of rather stuffy image seems to be changing a lot these days.
It has really changed. I think having younger and more accessible artists, and then obviously mainstream TV really taking on board classical music as well and giving it a showcase both for us artists and also in reality TV, and that, along with many other things, is making it more and more popular. It's great. Even the mode of transport that the pair of you chose to arrive at the Classical Brits song, was that good fun?
It was a lot of fun. Basically, I was working with the writers' branch of the Royal British Legion a few days prior, and I was like, how about, you know, you bring us along to the awards and you'll get some publicity and it'll be a great way, a fun way for us to arrive. And
rock and pop CDs, the actual physical CDs, the sales you know, are in decline, whereas the classical music CDs are increasing. What is it, do you think, that's bringing it to a wider audience and making it more attractive these days?
I guess just as Jonathan was saying, a combination of having probably younger people you know, signed to classical labels, and that's, you know, enticing other younger people to take up classical music. So it's just
it's that, as well as I think our audience like a tangible product. They like going out and buying a CD, and it's the enjoyment in both listening to the music but also looking through the brochure, seeing the pictures, seeing the artwork, reading the thanks.
I was interested to learn, Hayley, that, I mean, your first musical experience was when you were 6, wasn't it? And your infant teacher told your family that you'd got perfect pitch.
Yeah, I was chosen, selected from my class to sing a solo in my school play, and that kind of started everything. And I started learning instruments, and then we used to go out busking as well on the streets, and one thing led on to another. I ended up with a record contract when I was 13.
What's interesting about you both is, I mean, you've both spent a lot of your childhood and teenage years travelling the world, doing some incredible things. Is there anything, Jonathan, that you've missed about sort of being so busy in that young period of your life?
I don't think so. With myself, I was only rehearsing and performing every other week. Obviously, Hayley was signed to a label at 13, so I'm sure there were some elements maybe you feel you missed out or whatever, but it's just a different lifestyle, and I think we're just lucky to be able to do what we love and enjoy from an early age and have so much fulfilment and direction in our lives.
Well, I think we're going to end with another little excerpt of the pair of you performing at the Classical Brits. It's been lovely to talk to you. Thanks very much for coming in today.
Thank you. Thanks, Helen.
Lara will be here with the